Today I fucked up. I caused my oven to explode. I actually blew up my oven making these. 1 large bag of cranberries, 1 medium bag brown sugar juice and zest of 1 medium orange, cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, cloves, and smoked paprika, 1/2 of bourbon. Here's where I messed up. Mix them all together, and bake for an hour uncovered, or until most of the cranberries have popped. I also needed to cook a focaccia, so I turned the oven up to 550 to get to the right temp. It was early Thanksgiving morning, so I didn't have a shirt on while cooking. I was standing next to the oven, and a massive blue fireball exploded in the oven. The alcohol had vaporized, and the added heat caught it in fire. There was enough force to blow the door open about 8 inches, and the fireball came out the door. I lost all of the hair on my belly from my hips to my belly button, burned the entire area so it looked like a really bad sunburn, and stunk up the kitchen. Cranberries, focaccia, belly. Too long didn't read. I lost a bunch of hair and burned myself from exploding alcohol vapor while cooking without a shirt on. It's usually best to cook everything down on the stove top so it heats slowly and burns off the booze. As soon as I saw 550 degrees, I knew what was going to happen. I've done a similar thing when deglazing with whiskey. I left the burner on and the fat and whiskey mixed, volatilized with violence. Flames to the ceiling. At least it was quick and I didn't get burned. Scared the crap out of me though. I knew better than to do it, but I was in the groove and not thinking. Volatilized with violence is my new favorite phrase. Thank you. I've never seen any recipe like that for the oven. Only stovetops. I'm also wondering what temperature the cranberry sauce recipe is supposed to be done at. You can't just jack up the temperature in a recipe without repercussions. Oh man, stop cooking naked people. It's dangerous. Glad you're okay, op. I think you're missing an important comma here. That dinner was a blast. Today I fucked up by shouting down the phone. Edit, so many awards. Thank you. For context, I'm disabled and need 24-hour support. I have a wheelchair which is broken and being fixed, so I'm stuck in my bedroom trying to sit in a regular chair. For reasons, I was sat in a chair with no trousers on that day. I called the place that's fixing my chair to see if it was ready. I heard the automated message, "Thank you for calling, wheelchair place / all calls are recorded for training purposes." That's when I felt it. It was crawling along my inner thigh. I called out into the living room. Support guy / there's something on my leg. SG slowly made his way towards me. Now shouting, "It's crawling on my balls. Help me." He came in and got it. It turned out to be a little money spider. And the wheelchair place heard everything. Too long didn't read. I was on the phone. A spider crawled onto my balls. I called for help and they heard everything. I'm glad he's there for you and you have support people. That's awesome. I just can't imagine a job where removing spider from man's balls is in the job description. Thanks for the laugh and wishing you the best. Haha, I am considered one of the more unusual clients. D. Nothing like mixing arachnids and human genitalia. Glad this was the worst that happened, and that you can laugh at it now. Weird day for sure. I feel for you, op. I hate spiders on me, nothing against them if they stay their distance, just can't stand the thought of them on me, and not being able to do anything about it would terrify the heck out of me. I wouldn't have minded so much if my guy hadn't taken his sweet time to see to it. He's really good, but he's so chill when I'm literally shouting, D. The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Shudders. What is your disability? If that's not too intrusive. Is spider on the balls not good enough of a disability for you? Today I fucked up by ominously threatening a young woman. Obligated to inform you that this happened a few months back, but it has been bothering me ever since. Went on a family trip to Yellowstone National Park for a few days. It was a chilly day, and while pulling into one of the visitors centers my wife said she'd really like something hot to drink, like hot cocoa. She waited in the car with the kids while I went in to get a couple things and see if they had hot cocoa. Sure enough, there was a little coffee bar with hot cocoa, so I got in line. And it was my turn, The young woman working the booth took my order for 2 hot cocos and then turned around to make them. I noticed that she had a memento mori tattoo across the back of her arm. Like many people, and perhaps men specifically, I had become casually interested in Stoicism and the writings of Seneca and Epictetus among others. The concept of memento mori, or remember death, serves various purposes, like a reminder to be humble and invigorated in life. I was genuinely excited that this young woman might also see the value in the philosophy. When she returned to the register, I paid and then asked her something like, "What makes you want to contemplate your inevitable death?" Her eyes got big for a moment. My heart began to beat louder. She looked down at her feet, likely contemplating her death at the hands of the hot cocoa serial killer. I realized that in my nerdy zeal to discuss the teachings of Zeno, I had said something incredibly inappropriate. I stammered, "I'm referring to your tattoo, not trying to be creepy." She seemed to understand and explained that it was just a fancy way of saying YOLO as she touched the back of her arm. I thanked her for the hot cocoa and quickly left. Too long didn't read. I, a strange man, asked a younger woman about her own death, in a national park, after spying her memento mori tattoo and made her feel creeped out. Edit, spelling. Alternate title, Man Fails to Spread Stoicism, comes across as creepy. Yeah, I like your tattoo would have been the better choice. That much has become obvious to me. Fair suggestion. It's memento mori, not momento. Dang it, you're right. Can I blame autocorrect? Hot cocoa serial killer / dead. One time I saw a girl with a tattoo on the back of her neck that said "Peace sells. But who's buying?" I said, "What do you mean I don't believe in God? Talk to him every day." She ran away. I was once served tea by a sweet girl in Osaka with a tattoo on her arm of a large pink heart with the stylized cursive text "rapist" inside it. I tried to ask her about it, but she didn't speak English.